Okay, we're back. Still training evocations. Let's just head down. I see we have Maurice here. I'd rather not get paralyzed by this dude, but we have enough AC, it doesn't really matter. Turned into a hornet. I mostly just didn't want him stealing from me. Got our sack of spiders. It's a pretty good find with this much evocations. Have a little staff slap fight with, what's his face? Whatever his name is. Doesn't really matter. Let me identify a couple things. Sort of an odd time to do it, but... we are at the orc mines. We'll go in here in a second. Let's see, I have some enchant armor, but I want to save it. Do not need a rare fire. We are quite protected. Let's see if we get hit here. A lot of repelled large rocks. I'd rather stay on the staircase, you see. Whoa, alright. So we got hit with a pretty high damage bolt of draining. Unfortunately, I don't want to take my... I don't want to give myself our neg, because if I take off the pro magic, I'm only 3 pips of MR, which means that an orc sorcerer has a chance to paralyze me. I suppose I could put it in place of the +5 protection whenever there is an orc sorcerer around. Hey, some good scrolls. Gonna drop Torment. Has some vulnerability too, so I could see us going in that direction for TRJ. Vulnerability plus paralysis. Okay, yeah, I'll put on positive energy. And we'll put it right back off. Okay, we've got a ghost here. One flamingo. Looks like a fairly strong ghost with a weapon of electrocution. We are Arlek, though, from this amazing staff. So we're just gonna berserk this dude. That would have been a really, really, really nasty ghost to meet. If it had been, in fact, a, you know. If it had been like a ghost with a weapon that we were not resistant to. I should not be here. I should have bought that lamp of fire a long time ago. Forgot about that shop. Lamp would be really nice here. Let's see if I can't explode this stuff. We are RF+++, right? No, just plus. I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, nice. We didn't even get damaged by it. However, let's definitely bail. I'll wait to buy that stuff until I see what these shops are, because there may very well be something that I want to spend my gold on. I'm being mocked further by the game. This is the bows and crossbows ending. I started this run out thinking I was going to go bows, until I realized I had Night Stalker. Or until I realized I mean, I knew I had Night Stalker almost from the very beginning. I just had to have a moment to realize the implications of having Night Stalker. Okay. We don't need any of this stuff. Food. Okay, we'll take the sack for sure, no question about that. Some wands we don't really need. Blinking, enchant armor. Take this wand, it could be something great. It is something great. Go ahead and identify it. Take this ring, it could be slaying. It's magical power, we don't want it. Oh, and the sack. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put the sack on the list. We're going to put this potion of curing on the list. We're going to buy the potion of curing, actually. I'm going to go up. I want this lamp of fire. This is actually important to me, because it's a very good, very high damage thing to use. I like to have lightning rod as well, but I can live without it. The lamp should get me out of some really nasty situations. Lamp is great for, well, at high evocations especially, it really just clears zones. Alright, we can't be paralyzed, so we're going to go up here. Hey, what a surprise. I'm going to go ahead and use my lamp. I'll kill this warlord, I'll take this stuff down. Let's put positive energy on Berserk. Man, everything just dies to my spines before I even get a chance to get to it. It's kind of funny. Okay, that's Orc. Finish out dungeon. With the speed at which this is going, we may even do both layer branches. You'll notice these videos go a whole lot faster when I'm playing Trog. I've noticed I've been able to more or less safely do enormous swaths of the game in less than an hour. Okay, she's a bit of a pain. Wait, why am I trying to polymorph? We all know what happens when I polymorph. Dragons and stuff show up. I'm going to continue, whatever, I'm just going to get strength. Okay, now we have our fire, plus. Let's drop, I'm going to drop these stones. Unless I'm actually getting throwing. Well, never mind, I'll pick them up. I was going to say I wasn't going to use those, but the way my tab is set to function right now, it's not really doing me any favors by not holding these stones, because it's just going to try to fire my my nets, which I don't want to do, so this is fine. I'm not going to get much out of it since I'm not training throwing, but it's really not a big deal. And you know, we don't have to use this. I'm having a lot of... I'm questioning the use of the staff in the late game, but, you know, so I'm thinking about weapon training and things like that a lot. But we don't have to actually use this staff into the end game. I mean, Trog may eventually gift me a Lajatong. I mean, we just might have to get a little bit clever. If we get a Lajatong of anti-magic, that would be sufficient to take out the things that I'd be concerned about using this against. Everything else should go down to it. There's a Lajatong. Don't need Pro Cold. Really don't need quite so many of these wands all at the same time. Shockingly, we have tons of enchant armor, but no enchant weapon. But once we have it, we'll, you know. Once we have it, we'll enchant up the Lajatong. Okay, let's clear this stuff out, then go down a different entrance. Unfortunately, Azrael has spawned. He might be a problem, but with all these evocations, I doubt it. Waiting for Night Stalker 3 to kick in. That'll be exciting. Hey, it's a floating eye. Let's just walk up to it and kill it. That didn't quite work. Final Ice Blast. That's a way to kill a floating eye instantly. Pretty much guaranteed. And Trog gives me a ruined longbow. Let's walk out of here. This time I think I'll go ahead and fight this stuff. One at a time, where possible. Berserk this dude, goes down pretty easy. Oh, I'm slow. Whoops. Thought I waited that out entirely, but I guess not. Okay, I don't need these books, and I really don't even need them to save for later. I don't need them for the fire, so that's why I just burned them. Okay, just keep tapping this stuff. Less than 20 minutes in, and we're almost done with dungeon and orc. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, this is a little questionable. As you can see, Rakshasa are continuing to be obnoxious when large, tough things are around that they can duplicate. Hey, we don't need this on the shopping list anymore. Now we really just need the feel to finish out my set of evokers. Take the stuff into the hallway. Unfortunately, when you're fighting in a hallway, you tend to either have to wait a turn or jump forward as you kill things because of the nature of your hasted actions, which can be a bit of a problem because both of those things, or really anything that's not attacking, reduces the length of your berserk timer. Okay, hold on. Okay, flame, disintegration. Honestly, I may train up stealth and just try to ninja the orb. That's one thing that might help in the event of a Zot trap. I mean, having 27 stealth. And Night Stalker and, like, Shadow Dragon armor on. Seems like it would be sufficient for dealing with the problems I've been trying to solve. The whole concept of being sent into a lung. And what you do after that happens. we have successfully managed to pull all this stuff, all this giant pile of stuff. I'm gonna acid some of this, just a couple of times. Now I'm gonna berserk. Oh, I'm starving. Didn't even notice. Sure hope I don't pass out here. Come on. Okay. That could have been bad. Lajatong of electricity. We're probably never going to kill things very quickly while I'm wearing this staff, unfortunately. Like, we're going to end up in melee longer than I'd like to be. Okay, this is more stuff than I wanted to fight all at the same time. Seems to be working out okay, though. Trog will rarely let you down and berserk you in the middle of a fight. Something I've noticed. For whatever reason, as long as you keep swinging, it's not very common for you to end up needing to berserk any longer than the last thing dying. Oh, I did not mean to go into the depths. Whoops. That's pretty bad. Considering I can't just walk right out, or walk away, because there was a whiz lab. So let's see if I can't fix this horrible mistake. I don't know why I thought this depths entrance was the way up. It's like I'm blind or something. Okay, we got Sajobo. I'm gonna use anti-magic on him. The Reaver is anti-magicked. Sajobo is anti-magicked. Finish off the Reaver, and then we kill Sajobo. I'm gonna rest again, I guess. We'll see if I have used up so much time that the whiz lab's done. Wow, it's another one. The walls and floor vibrate strangely for a moment. Alright, well, we lost the portal. That's not a problem with me. This entrance was just way too contested for me to even have a shot at getting that. I will go ahead and kill Asterion, though. Maybe I won't. I'll just Ice Blast him. Or Acid Blast him, rather. And then Ice Blast. Finishing him off that way. Alright, so we're not going to go into the depths. Not for real. We're not going to hunt down that whiz lab because it's done. So it's a little bit disappointing, but it's not that huge of a deal. Hello, Agnes. Hello, Agnes with a generic Lajatong and not speed. But yeah, it's always disappointing when there's a whiz lab and you don't get to it, but them's the breaks. Man, we need our poise. wonder what happens if I use this staff with Death Minnows. I guess I'm probably not allowed. Just kind of thinking which god I want to swap to after Trog's over. Maybe I'll whiz mode that. Okay, this is a little bit questionable. We'll go up. Kill this thing in Berserk. I wanted to just get some runes real quick, but we got a rather contested entrance. Nothing with our poise on it, really. Okay, here's our first artifact, Lajatong. It's actually, it's our poise. In that case, I'll drop this Lajatong of Electrocution, and I guess I'll just use the Lajatong of Killer Clown's Curse. I don't know, I think I'll just swap it on. This is sea snakes and the like. This whole resistances on weapons thing is not so hot. Having to swap for this kind of stuff. We're not going to burn either of those books. Those are both very useful books. If we do swap off, then they have things that we would like to have. Got some dream sheep here. I think we got put to sleep there. Yeah. No big deal. Sheep seem to be by themselves. Well, the stealth just from Night Stalker is starting to kick in, and it's only level 2. I haven't even trained any stealth yet. We have zero. Literally 0 stealth. You know, I'm gonna set a skill target of 21 for evocations. And then we're gonna train some stealth or something. Oh boy. Okay. This should be fine, but let's just use Lamp of Fire anyway, to be sure. I'm going to use Trog's Hand. Why am I taking so much damage? Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna heal wounds. It's this ring mail is what it is. I wish I had some other dragon scales, like Swamp Dragon. Swamp Dragon would be good. I guess I could put on Acid Dragon and enchant it up, but that seems silly. Crystal Plate Armor would be nice. Of course, that's quite a tall order. I guess I could wear this regular plate armor. Let's see if it's got something useful on it. Oh, come on. Inventory's all used up. Hey, enchant weapon. We'll enchant up the anti-magic. We have a ton of enchant armor. Hey, a manual of armor. I don't need this staff of energy. Okay, it's plate armor of magic resistance. Fine. We have plus 10 plate armor of magic resistance. Sounds pretty great to me. We can completely drop the Ring of Pro Magic. We don't need that anymore. We'll just put on positive energy. And our resistances are pretty solid, and so is our AC. Probably get strength for the rest of the game as well for stats, since we're wearing such heavy equipment. Plate mail is good, though. Plate mail has the same GDR as statue form, and statue form is awesome. We'll take a lot less damage in this thing. I don't know exactly what plate mail's GDR is. How do you calculate GDR? %, I guess. Oh wait, there's a list here. I thought it was the same as plate, but I'm not so sure. Yep, 39%. Not bad. So we can't get surprised with big damage from melee. It's Nicola, but we have our Arlek. Still don't want to take a chance with him. I don't want to Vuln, though. Let's just Acid Blast him. There he is. Man. Quite a lot of damage possible is the thing. I think I do want to Vuln him. And he's paralyzed. Nice. Hey, it's Roxanne. First of all, we'll identify Wanda Clouds. Secondly, we'll see just how badly she can own me. Crystal Spear. Does she not have Crystal Spear? Oh, there it is. 30-32. Certainly not enough to one-shot me. And we have Blinking to get out if need be. Let's do Clouds. Okay, Freezing Vapor, not quite what I wanted. Resistant to fire and cold, resistant to electricity. Well, acid. Okay. This is going to make a bit of noise. But I'm going to empty a lightning wand onto her. Add another one. This is better than being next to her. If she blinks me close, then we'll just move forward and either start attacking or scatter shot. Okay, there's friends coming, so rest up. Okay, now she's close. She blinked me. She got 2 moves and she blinked me twice. That's weird. Take the step. Get her with scatter shot. 3 times in a row. Stat form is in here. Certainly not going to need that. Now, I didn't have to do that. Oh, you know, I should have burned the book that she was standing on. Because I don't think she's holding it. I think she's standing on it. You might even be able to apport it, come to think of it. Okay, come on. Alright, we're leaving. Surprising me exactly how much our poise is becoming, feels like it's necessary here when I have like 42 AC plate mail on. Usually my experience has been that if you have the AC, then you don't really need our poise. And I don't need it. But I can assure you it seems like it would be nice to have right now. Okay, down to Shoals 4. Let's get that rune. Okay, that's El Sui. And you know what? I don't want to fight all this stuff at the same time. Jeez, that poison took me pretty low. Javelineer by himself. And this stuff without El Sui. Oddly enough, none of that left corpses, but that's fine. We'll eat the stuff, eat the permafood. Why don't we put on See Invisible? Another Javelineer. Wow, I didn't mean to berserk after she was dead. Whoops. Alright, I see dudes coming from elsewhere on the level. And that doesn't really happen anymore unless there's an island somewhere. But apparently there's not, so I'm just gonna search through this again. I've noticed Shoals is guilty of this. In the new system, where things don't spawn, it seems weirdly likely on Shoals for you to... I mean, I'm talking about how things do not spawn once you've been on the level, it all spawns at the very beginning. So usually when you go upstairs, you don't run into anything else. But on shoals, that doesn't seem to be the case. And the reason I assume is because the place is so wide open. I've experienced it recently where there would be like an island that's disconnected, and that would be one cause of it, because they were generally hanging out there, the monsters, I mean. Okay, this needs to die, and it needs to die soon. There we go. Those guys are no joke. They can do 50 damage. Unfortunately, I have average person hit points, so I'm not exactly a force of nature to be reckoned with, bowling over everything here. Like that ogre that I recently played. Although, I'm doing pretty well. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I'm not exactly being slowed down much. I don't know, those ranged characters are always just better. More satisfying, more quick. In my opinion, I mean, you may disagree. You may like casters even, although that's kind of a form of ranged character. Just a little bit slower than tabbing everything. We've used up the book. Let's just train some stealth. Even if I'm in plate, I might as well. Paralyze this dude. Kind of anticipated that being an issue, killing that guy. Okay, we got the rune. Only 43 minutes in. Why don't we go ahead and do Spider Nest just really fast. We're going to keep on the Lajatanga of Killer Clown's Curse, though. But yeah, I had this sort of tiny little hatchling of a scheme in my head that I was going to maybe get like a Shadow Dragon armor fully enchanted up and just go full stealth and creep through the rest of the game. But I decided I was having a little bit of problems taking damage in shoals, and I had so much enchant armor lying around, so in general in these situations it's better to just, you know, just pop on the enchant armors on what you got. Even if it's just a plate mail, it's still perfectly good. Man, 21 Evocations Lamp of Fire is some good stuff. Anyway, spines should do most of the work in here. Okay, we got haste. Got a lot of haste, actually. Try to hoard that for Zot. I end up with a lot of haste on these troglodytes, mainly because Trog is so good. You rarely need to use it throughout the game, and it's nice to have a big pile of them. Alright, let's put on See Invisible. Wow, we found a Ring of Robustness I didn't even notice. And a Ring of the Octopus King, which I'm not going to use. Well, I can't complain about Ring of Robustness. That's kind of insane with this +5 prot ring. I mean, what more could I really ask for? .48 AC. Still in lair branches. What am I, gargoyle? Essentially have gargoyle AC happening here. This is part of the reason why I can tab through all this stuff. Actually, I have higher AC than that if I put my staff on, because it gives you +5. So I must have 53. Pretty crazy. Still no box of beasts. I'm hoping I find a nice little stack of those, maybe like 3 or 4 for Zod. It's not guaranteed or anything. I could find 0, but it would just be cool if that happened. Using primal beasts, well, primal beasts will take out just about anything. If I find a single box of beasts, I'll probably take evocations all the way to 27 on this character. You'll notice I tend to get a whole lot of evocations on characters that are melee. That's not an accident. Melee characters require some extra oomph to be able to handle problems that come their way when the melee fails. I mean, I think just about any character can benefit from some evocations training, but on these Trog guys, I get a ton. And I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's awesome. Maybe we'll find Evocable Invis. That'd be pretty cool with all this stealth and with Stalker. Night Stalker. Okay. Got slammed by berserking jumping spiders there a little bit. We'll cure here. Use Lamp of Fire. We're just a little bit surrounded. I do enjoy these experience point rechargeable evokers. You know, it kind of very much enforces the idea that they're meant to be not exactly panic buttons, but things you use in non-trivial fights, or fights where things have gone a little bit south, you know. They can be used as panic buttons in certain situations, but you're probably making a mistake if you treat them as such on a regular basis. I guess you could call it like an alarm button, not a panic button. Let's go up. Noticed anytime I have a chance to reset a fight safely, I will do it. You should too. If you don't, you're making a mistake. Sometimes I don't, and it's always a mistake. If I don't reset a fight. And I mean, like, if the other dude is at 100% and I'm not at 100%, and I don't reset that fight, well, clearly I'm making a mistake. Okay, well, I'm gonna make a couple brothers in arms here. Since this is pretty clearly the main vault, we're close to it. Wow, my stone giant died. Make a third brother in arms. Cloud this stuff with acid. This just looks like it's going to be a really big, yeah, really wide open. Wow, I don't want to be paralyzed. So I'm going to scatter shot this dude. Why don't we recharge clouds and scatter shot so I have panic buttons that actually work to do quite a lot of damage. We're going to cloud this whole area. That's good. Okay, come on, dude. Don't hang out in negative energy. Why would you do that? Bad stone giant. I guess I'll take a step. Or he can just die. That's fine too, I guess. Alright, why don't we reset this whole encounter? As much as I was enjoying the epic battle in here, I'd rather not get paralyzed and murdered. Okay, see invisible. More see invisible, because we've got this ghost moth. And another one. And a fourth. Okay, that's it. Let's put the staff back on. 53 AC. Not bad. Alright, so that'll end the video. As for next time, well, we certainly have a ton of our cold. And we have our core available, and we have lots of MR available. So, it seems like the logical place to go is slime pits. Even without that +5 AC, I'm still rocking 48. So we can walk around with our core all the time. RC++. Yeah, the only real problem is, what am I going to do about shining eyes? But we have, let's see, how much fog do we have? We have 7 fog. So, we can just use a combination of fog, and maybe I'll use some sacks of spiders, I don't know. Oh, man. I have to think on this, but definitely going slime next time. Hopefully we won't leave this, we won't lose this sweet, robust mutation. I'm going to try to be ultra careful so that doesn't happen. But I can't promise anything. I may even use Brothers in Arms to pull it off. But this is going to be a melee TRJ kill. probably with the help of paralysis. Anyway, that'll be it. Until next time, I am signing out.